We are now going to take time to update our templates so that they reflect some changes that we can make to make dimensioning easier. The template I'm going to start on first is going to be our inch template. So what you want to do is you want to simply open up a new drawing and go to the templates here and pick the WCTC inch template, which we created a couple weeks ago and we've been using. Okay. So you're going to hit OK. Now, once you have that up, that's going to be set in the way that we had originally set it up. So if you want to, go ahead and revisit all of your status bar items that you tend to use. And by the practice that we've gotten, you might have things that you want to update so that you don't have to change it each and every time that you come in. So for instance, making sure that you have dynamic input. And having either ortho or the polar tracking on. Additionally, you want to have show snapping reference lines, as well as maybe relook at what you have checked as a standard for your running object snaps. You may want to update this. Okay, again, those are personal preferences. Additionally, I like to have the line weight on. So if any one of these are of interest to you, go ahead and you don't have them available, go ahead to the customize and you can then click these on and off. Okay. So just take a peek there and make sure that's what you want. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on updating the dimensioning. And I am going to change my layer right now to dimension because it'll be easier to see these things update than in the preview if I have this layer on. So I'm going to go over to the Annotate tab. I'm going to go down to the little small arrow to the right of the dimensions. And this is going to open up, when I click on it, the Dimension Style Manager. Now, right now, we have it with, standard being what we were using, and that worked well for what we were, dimensioning on the previous drawings that we were working on. But we also noticed that each time we would want to dimension, we had to go in and change this style for each drawing. By changing it at the template level for the inch increments, that's kind of popular styles, we're going to do 2 place and 3 place, then it's going to minimize those clicks and those changes that you have to do. Okay. So, we're going to select, have the standard selected, but we're going to click on new this time. And you'll notice that it says start from standard. So we want to start from that because that's where we're making our changes on. But our new style is going to be called 2PL for 2 place underscore, and I'm going to call it inch. Okay, so that we know that it's in inch increments and it's a 2 place decimal dimension that we're setting up. And then we're going to say continue. All right, so now you'll notice that that's going to be the name of the dimension style that we're creating. I'm going to start all the way back at our first tab, which is lines. And we're going to go in and we're going to do all those things that we learned we needed to do. So we're going to change anything that's a by a block to a by layer. Okay, by layer. And down here, we got a couple of them to do as well. So all by layers. And then anything that we see as a 0.18, this is our English template, we want to put to 0.125. Okay, so that's there. We're going to go to our next tab, symbols and arrows, and we're going to kind of go, our arrow here needs to be changed to 0.125. We're going to turn off the center mark because that way it doesn't go over the center mark that we create with our center lines, and everything else here is okay. We're going to go to our text. We're going to leave it at standard, and then our text color is going to go to by layer. Our text height is 0.125, and that looks good. Then we're going to go to fit. Okay, fit, we're going to leave everything the same here, and then primary units. Since we are setting this up for a 2 place decimal, we're simply going to change the second one here to 2 places. And then down here, we're on the inch template. So we're going to suppress the leading zero down here by the angles. Okay. In the English units, we suppress the leading zeros. In metric, we leave them alone. And that's all we need to do. So we're going to hit OK. And now you'll notice that we populated with a new style. Okay. And we can set that as current. Now, the other one that I want to set up is going to be a 3 place inch dimension style. So we're going to click on the 2 place and we're going to click new. And you'll notice that it populates here. We'll start with the 2 place and we're going to make a copy. And this one's going to be called 3PL underscore, whoopsie. Underscore, where's my underscore? There we go, inch. There we go. Okay, so the new style's name is going to be 3-place. It's going to be starting from the 2-place. That way it's taking everything that we just changed and it's going to copy it. So it's going to be okay. Now, I'm just going to go back to my lines. You'll notice that everything is updated already because we changed it for the 2-place and this was a copy. So all the sizes are good. The only thing that we need to change is the primary units. The precision needs to go to 3 places. That's it. Okay. So now we can hit okay. And I mean, we can set that one as current as we want to. And then we're just going to hit close. Okay, so now when we go back in, you're going to notice that we have those additional 2, and then the one that's current is the highlighted one, the 3-place that we just did. We're going to hit close. Now, additionally, we want to make sure that our font is a nice font and not like the robotic standard one. So we're going to go over here to text. We're going to arrow down. And you'll notice here on standard, okay, mine is already changed to Romanesque, but yours might be like the standard kind of boxy type of font. So what you want to do is you want to go down to the Roman area and either just regular Roman, or I selected Roman S here. And we want to set it to annotative so that this paper text goes to 0. And then I do like a width factor of 0.7. 0.7, 0.8, something like that. And then we can set that as current, okay? That way, this font style now is going to be assigned to standard, and it'll then also cross over into our dimensions. And that's it. That's for this. So just double check one more time that we see both of them there. Close, that's good. Then we're going to reset kind of our entry, if you would, for our template. So we're going to go back to home. We're going to re-put our object layer in place because most often we're going to be in the in the mode of creating the visible lines right away. And then I'm just going to recreate my rectangle so that I get my proportions correct. So I'm going to start a rectangle down at the bottom, 0, 0, and I'm going to go over to the right, 11, and I'm going to go up 8.5 inches, and then over. And then I'm going to close. And I'm just going to do a zoom extents and then one little tick out on my roller, kind of put this in the middle. I'm going to erase this rectangle. And now I'm going to resave my templates because now I've got my kind of like my paper in the middle here. So I'm going to do a file, save as, but I'm going to save this as a template file. So I'm going to go down to arrow down to template. And I'm going to go all the way down and I'm going to go over the top of my WCTC inch template. And I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to hit yes, because now it has the new updated settings with the dimensions that I had. All right. Now we're going to do this very same thing. And we're going to do it for the metric. Okay. So now we're going to start a new drawing, file, new, but this time we're going to select the WCTC metric template and then go okay. And again, revisit the items down below, get those to be standard for you, add the customize if you need to. And then we're going to go and we're going to change our layer to dimension. And we're going to go to annotate and we're going to go to the dimension style again. Now, in here, what we're going to do is the dimensions set up on a standard of the inches being the increment. So we're going to have to do some converting for the metric. So we're going to keep this on standard. We're going to set new, and we're going to call this 0 place because, or 0 PL underscore, and I'm going to do millimeters. The reason for that is millimeters, the most popular increments are going to be, for dimensions, are going to be 0 places or 1 place. So those are the 2 that we're going to be setting up here. And we want to start with standard. So we're going to say continue. And now we're going to start back on the lines tab, and we're going to switch everything to by layer, okay? By layer, everything. And then you'll notice here that we need to then switch anything that's 0.18. We always were switching to 0.125, but in this case, we are in millimeters. So we want to take that 0.125 and multiply it to get it to millimeter units. So we have to multiply it by 25.4. So that means that this number, because we want it to be we want it to end up being 1/8 of an inch, but in metric, it's going to be 3.175. Okay. We want to do the same thing here for the 1/16 of an inch, 0.0625, 25.4. We want to multiply it by, and it's going to be 1.5875. Okay. Or if you want to do 1.6 or 3.2, that's fine. And we're gonna say okay, or we're not okay. We're gonna go to the next thing. Now you'll notice that these got a little bit wonky, but that's okay. We're gonna continue on, and there'll be some more settings that we have to do this very same thing for. So now we have the 0.125. So this is where we want to put the 3.175 for our arrow size to end up as a size of about 1/8 of an inch, but we have to do it in millimeters. We're going to turn off the center marks like we did before. And then these look okay. And then we're going to go to text. Standard is what we want. We're going to go to by layer. Our text height is going to be 3.175. The 0.09 we need to change to 0.09 times 25.4. So that's going to be 2.286. And then we're going to go to fit. That looks good. Primary units. Now here we need to change this to no decimal places because we're at 0 decimal places for this. And we do not want to uncheck the leading, suppress the leading 0, because in the metric system, we leave the leading 0. Okay. So those are the things that we need to do. So I'm going to go back to there and I'm just going to say, okay. And I'm going to set this as current. And now you'll notice that it updates here and it looks normal. So this way, when we start dimensioning in our metric, we aren't going to have these teeny tiny little dimensions that we have to convert. So now we're going to select this one. We're going to do a new one, but we're going to do it to 1 decimal place. So this one's going to be a 1 PL millimeters. Continue. And we want to make sure that we're starting with the 0 PL, because that way it's a copy from, and it captures all those changes that we made. So it doesn't hurt to kind of go through and double check. Did we get everything updated that needed to be? So all the by blocks are by layer. The values for the metrics are there. Seeing good and fit. And then primary units, we're just going to change to 1 decimal place. And that's it. And then the suppressing leading 0 remains open. So now we're going to hit OK. And I'm going to leave the no as our current, and then we're going to hit close. Now, additionally, we want to grab and we want to update the text. So the text here as well, we want to be sure that it's in the nicer text, if you would. By standard, by default, a lot of times this is going to be in like an STD type of a font, and it's going to be kind of that blocky robotic. If that's the case, you want to make sure that you select the font, make sure that standard is identified here, not annotative. And we're going to select our font to be Roman or Roman S. Okay. I don't know why my Roman isn't there today, but we want to set the size to annotative because the dimensions are going to set the size. Most often we're going in and dimensioning first before we add text. Now it'll follow that. Make sure that your width factor is 0.7. And then we're going to say set as current and then close. So that is all set for us. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our home and we're just going to resave. So file, save as, and here we want to change this back to, oh, before I do, I'm just noticing something. I want to get my object layer back in place, make sure that this is all set. Now I'm going to do my file, save as, and I want to save this as my template. So go down to DWT, all the way down, go back to where you're saving these so that you can retrieve them. This is the metric template. So I'm going to hit save, and yes, I do want to replace it, and okay. And now those templates are good. So going forward using these new templates, now you have the dimensions updated, so you're not going to have to do so many clicking and changing. Okay, there will be some that we have to do, but this is going to make it a lot easier and save you a lot of time. Okay, so I wanted to get that in there for you.